What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916 and welcome to a bit of a special video today. We are going to be going over MLB 17 to show all the new features, at least what's announced so far. They technically haven't came out with the new features yet in the game, but from the trailer and from, just speculation online, I kind of, want to create a little video of this. I went home for the weekend from college, and I figured this would be a good time to do it. So, I guess first off, where to start, there's going to be 4 different editions of MLB 17 to show, kind of similar to what they did last year. They are doing the standard edition. By the way, before I get into these, this is footage from my MLB 16 to show Road to the Show series, and at the end of this video, I will be talking about what I'll be doing on my channel for MLB 17, so if you're interested, stay tuned for that. But there's going to be the standard edition, $59.99, just, the standard MLB The Show, same as always. If you pre-order it, though, you'll get 10 standard packs and 1 Griffey card. If you pre-order from the PlayStation Store, you get 11,000 stubs for MLB 16, which I think is kind of stupid. I mean, I could use 11,000 stubs for my Road to the Show, but at this point, if, MLB 17 is that close and you really want stubs for something, I don't know. To me, it's not even worth it because, MLB 17 is going to be out in like 2 months, so I don't know. If you pre-order from GameStop, though, you get 5 bonus standard packs, so I think you'd get 15 standard packs total, plus the Griffey card if you ordered from GameStop, which would be kind of nice. But next up, we have the MVP edition. It's going to be $69.99. You get 500 stubs, 1 sponsor pack, 10 standard packs, 31 PlayStation 4 themes, a gold starter pack, and it comes in a steel case like it did this year, obviously. And if you pre-order all the different pre-order options, you get the same additional stuff as you do with the standard edition. Third off, we have the Hall of Fame edition. You get 11,000 stubs, 1 sponsor pack, 10 standard packs, 31 PlayStation 4 themes, diamond and gold starter packs, a steel book, and a MLB 17 show 950 hat. And that's not an in-game thing. That's actually a real hat you get, which is pretty cool. And the MLB The Show Hall of Fame hat, which is for use in Diamond Dynasty. This will be $99.99. That seems like a lot of money, but when you look at the fact that you get an actual 950 hat, that's not a bad deal. If you think about it, those hats are usually 30 bucks, so you're paying 60 for the game plus 30 for the hat, $10 more for all the additional features you get. Not a bad deal if you think about what comes with it. Pre-order options are the same as the standard in the MVP, but if you pre-order from the PlayStation Store, you do not get the MLB 16 stubs because I think it's already in the Hall of Fame edition as it is. So now the Digital Deluxe edition is the final one, and it's also $99.99. This is just the download version. You get 11,000 stubs, 1 sponsor pack, 20 standard packs, 31 themes, a Digital Deluxe pack, diamond and gold starter packs, and that's pretty much it. That'll be $99.99 as well. And if you pre-order, you get 11,000 stubs for MLB 16 show and 10 standard packs and 1 Ken Griffey card for MLB 17 the show. So that's the 4 different editions of the game. Personally, I'm kind of stuck between the MVP and the Hall of Fame edition right now. It is nice to have those steel cases. They just kind of look cool, but the fact that they're actually offering a hat, that's something I might look into, to have an MLB The Show cap. That might kind of be a cool thing to have, especially if I want to do any like live commentaries on my channel with a webcam, face cam, and all that stuff. That'd be a fun thing to wear during the recordings and all that. But that's kind of what I'm stuck between. But those are pretty much your options. Moving on, Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be on the cover of the game. They never put him on before, but they're putting him on this year. I don't really know why, because nothing's really happened with him recently. I guess he did get in the Hall of Fame, but I don't know. I don't really understand why they're doing him, but I guess they just are. So that's kind of that. In my opinion, they should have put Ortiz on it or something since he retired. I don't know, but that's that. Now we'll get into the actual game modes. Now all this stuff comes from the trailer, and the link to the trailer is in the description if you want to view it. The reason I didn't put it in the video is I didn't want to risk getting copyrighted for putting it in the video. I don't think that would have happened, but I didn't want to risk getting a strike against my channel. So the link is in the description to the trailer. If you want to check that out before I get into this, I'd recommend go doing that now. So getting into it though, we'll start out with Road to the Show. The trailer indicates that there may be more of a story-focused, interactive mode. It showed in the trailer, you know, you interacting in the locker room with your coach, and he says, hey, you know, we're gonna, you know, send you down to the bottom of the lineup rather than third in the lineup because you've been struggling, and you can respond, right? You have 3 different choices. You could say, I don't know what the choices were, but you could be like happy about it, mad about it, you know, you can react, and depending on the way you react, could actually influence how your career, you know, kind of goes, because if you react positively and show good character, you know, they might keep you up more, but if you don't, they might punish you for it. I'm not really sure. They haven't came out with all the details yet, but I would love to see that. Everyone says that MLB 2K series or NBA 2K series is really, really good with this, actually. I've never really played a whole lot of NBA 2K before. I think I've only had one game. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, but I think MLB The Show, I don't know if they're going to go all out with the Road to the Show this year, as in, like, you can buy a house and a car and a private jet and all that stuff with your money. I think that would be super cool. I think they need to make the money matter. That's something I've said in my MLB 17 wish list video. That's something I've hoped for a really long time. You know, think if you make more money, you can actually do more with it, because right now, the money really doesn't matter. There's no effect on even your players' morale, it seems like. The money, you know, my player in this franchise that you're seeing, Jack Davis, he's a closing pitcher for the Mets. He's 27 now, and I'm in a 2-year contract with the Mets, making like 1.2 million a year. After that, I'm going to try to sign a huge contract to get like 12 million a year, because I did win reliever of the year last year, and I just missed the All-Star team this year. But I was like 5,000 votes short. Considering, you know, one of the better pitchers in the National League, I'd like to be paid a fair amount of money. But the thing is, it seems to not really matter. I only care because I'm trying to be realistic with my player. I like to play these road to shows more realistically rather than just signing 1-year deals and stuff like that. I like to play it as a real player would. But really, I could play it however I wanted, and it wouldn't really affect anything. I could just keep signing 1-year deals for $1 million with whatever team I want, and my players' morale wouldn't really matter, you know? It just, but in real life, if a player bounces around from team to team only getting paid $1 million a year, he's probably not going to be happy having to move that much and not making as much money as he could be making. Why make $1 million when you can make $10 million, I guess, right? That's kind of a snobby thing to say, but, I mean, seriously, it's kind of true. I mean, especially when you know, only play for 10 years in your career, $10 million, you might not be able to retire on that at 37, as hard as that is to believe, you know? If you can make a little more money, it would make your player a little happier in real life, and I think it should in the game as well. So hopefully they'll have that in there, but that's pretty much all I know about Road to the Show. Diamond Dynasty, they have Universal Rewards. I believe they had that last year. I didn't play much Diamond Dynasty last year, so I'm not super familiar with it. That's something I am probably going to do in MLB 17. I'll get to that soon. And also some new player cards. There are some new legends that they're going to have in the game. They haven't really released all the names, but I think they're going to have just more legends and player cards and stuff like that, maybe more retro player cards and all that stuff. But that's a good segue into my next thing that they're going to have in the game is retro mode. It's going to be old school controls with today's graphics. That's kind of the way that I like to put it. I don't really know what the controls are going to be. It might be something like the old EA MLB games from back in the day. I saw it in the trailer. They had like Goose Gossage in the trailer. For those of you who don't know who he is, he was a famous player way back in the day. I'm not even sure what decade he played in, but also more retro stadiums I think they're going to have. They showed Goose Gossage at the old Yankee Stadium, which I think would be really cool. You know, if you could play as some of the historical teams, right? The 1956 Yankees of 1991. I'm a Minnesota Twins fan. I'd love to play as the 91 Minnesota Twins when they won the World Series in 7 games against the Braves. I think that would be fantastic to recreate that series. You know, maybe they'll even have, like, you can play moments from the past. I don't know what they're going to have, but it seems really cool. You can play with all the good graphics from today's games, but the classic and retro game modes. Kind of like, I guess kind of like what they did in NHL back when they did like the NHL 94 controls, but actual retro teams. I think that could be a really cool thing if they have complete retro teams. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet though, whether it's just retro players or retro teams. That hasn't been out yet, but look forward to that in MLB The Show. A few other things, new hairstyles for your player. There was some really weird one in the trailer, like his neck was like cut in like a zigzag. It was a really weird hairstyle. There are some weird ones, but it is nice to have new ones. I know with Jack Davis, my player this year, I wanted him to have long hair, kind of like Madison Bumgarner. And, well, you see his hair how it is now. That's really the best I could find. There was not really a lot of, like, long hair, or, like, almost like, if you know the golfer Phil Mickelson, how it, like, curls up in the back a little bit. I kind of want to do something like that, but it wasn't necessarily there in the game. There just weren't a ton of options. So I think, you know, being able to further perfect your Road to the Show player will be something really nice in the game. I don't know if there'll be other new stuff about your players, but new hairstyles, I do know those will be in the game. Also, someone spotted a MLB Network banner in the show. Those were never in the game before, so maybe there will be some type of MLB Network integration. Maybe it'll just be a banner. I don't know, but maybe there'll be some kind of integration with MLB Network. We'll have to wait and see on that. There's endless possibilities what they could do there, obviously. Another big one that I cared about a lot, but I don't think most people will, is more stats and presentation options. They showed in the trailer, I don't remember who it was, but a guy running from third base to home, and it showed like a line on between third base and home, and it showed like his average velocity, how fast he was running, how long it took him. I think that'd be fantastic. I'd love to see more statistics. You know, baseball is a game of statistics. For those of you that play the show seriously, and for those serious baseball fans, I think would agree with me that statistics in baseball are a pretty big deal. And for them to add more statistics and more analysis and stuff like that, I think is a really cool feature that they could be adding to the game this year. So I will be definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully as well, there's more lines in the broadcasting, because it's just kind of gotten really... The broadcasting's pretty good in this game, but like it's the same thing year after year and after year. I still hear them say things that they said in MLB 09 the show. That's how bad it is. I mean, it's the same lines over and over. And I'm to the point where I almost think they need to just bring in new broadcasters just to freshen it up a little bit, you know? I don't think the broadcasters are bad in the game, but it just needs freshened up. They either need to redo it or bring in new people. Maybe they'll add more if they're already adding more presentation. I don't know. Fingers crossed that they will. And the final new thing from the trailer was they have like a baseline cam, kind of shows the runner coming down the plate, could show, you know, safe or out on some close calls, kind of like the pylon cams in Madden NFL 17, which I think they're pretty erroneous. Like there's a lot of, they show them a lot of times when they're stupid because all it shows like a player's foot going by. But if they can do it right, I think that'll be a really good thing for the show. So that's pretty much all the new things that MLB 17, the show, is, we know so far from the trailer. They have not released, as I said, the new feature section on the website yet. They could any day though, and I might do another video on that when they do. So if you're interested in that, I'd say subscribe to the channel. And that is a good segue for the final thing I want to talk about in the video, and that is what I want to do on my channel. So for those of you that follow my channel, which I'm sure the day I upload this will be most of the people watching this. Hopefully I find some other people to watch this, but you know, I pretty much only have done Road to the Show in the past. I've played MLB The Show all the way since MLB 08. I started doing it on YouTube since MLB 13. I think I skipped MLB 15. I just didn't upload. I did hockey that year. But baseball has been the most successful thing on my channel. It's what I've always loved to do. And I decided this year to do a closing pitcher. It's been fantastic. I haven't won a World Series yet. As I said earlier, I've won the Reliever of the Year award and made the All-Star team before, which is good. But I want to win a World Series. That is my goal. Before I can finish the series. So I'm going to try to play this as much as I can through the rest of MLB 16. Try to upload almost every day until, you know, MLB 17 the show comes out. That's my plan. But once MLB 17 the show comes out, what I'm thinking as of now is I want to continue with Road to the Show because everyone that watches my channel seems to love my Road to the Shows. That's obviously the most popular series that I do. So I want to do another Road to Show. I don't think I want to do another pitcher, though. I'm thinking I want to do an outfielder. The last Road to the Show I did was a third baseman. I think before that was a second baseman. I haven't done an outfielder in like 5 or 6 years. And the reason is because just everyone else did an outfielder. You know, I didn't want to do what everyone else was doing because, I don't know, it just seems kind of cliche. And back on like MLB 08 and MLB 09 the show, I had done outfielders. But it's been a while, and I think I am more than due to do an outfielder again. I think I'm going to do like someone who's more of a power hitter but can also hit for decent contact. Obviously, you want someone with both, but I think I'm going to focus a little more on power hitting this year, which I guess that sticks with the theme of power from this year because my pitcher this year, Jack Davis, pitches at about 101 miles an hour with his fastball. I had it up at 103 or even 104 at one point in my career. So he pitches pretty quick, but I think that's what I want to focus on immediately when the game comes out is, you know, do a lot of that. The other thing I want to do is more live commentaries. Usually what I do is just record a bunch of MLB show and then cut out the good clips. I don't do what I did in this episode. I'm showing entire games here. Usually what I do is just show like the out pitches from every at bat and the highlights. I do the highlights really, and I'll do, you know, in an 8 or 9 minute video, I'll do like 2 weeks of closing pitcher gameplay, which is like 4 or 5 games for me pitching, you know. If it's long games, maybe I'll show 3 games in an episode, in an 8 or 9 minute episode, rather than an 18-minute episode like I'm doing today, which only is going to show 3 games. But something kind of along the lines of that is what I want to plan on doing. Oh, they show this glitch, by the way. They showed it right there of me lifting the trophy for reliever of the year. They do that before every game, and they need to get rid of that glitch in MLB 17. Hopefully, they'll get rid of a lot of the glitches. There were so many presentation glitches in MLB 16. It drove me nuts. I could not stand it, but hopefully they have that fixed. But anyway, as I was saying, that's pretty much what I did. Next year, I want to do a little more live commentaries. Maybe not in my Road to the Show. I'm thinking in my Diamond Dynasty, because I want to do a Diamond Dynasty series, and I'm thinking I'll get a face cam and I'll do a lot of live commentaries. Tomorrow, if you're watching this the day I'm uploading this, which is January 14th, I'm going to do actually live commentary that I recorded yesterday. It's not an MLB show. You'll see what it is tomorrow. If it's past tomorrow, which is probably when most of you will be watching this, you'll already have seen it. But I want to do stuff more like that on my channel because I never really have done much in the past, and I know that a lot of people enjoy that. A lot of people enjoy watching people react to it, whether it's raging or getting happy or whatever. And I want to do that, so expect Diamond Dynasty to be something you might see on the channel. Besides Diamond Dynasty and Road to Show, I want to do the Minnesota Twins franchise. I did 2 episodes of it last year, but I just never really did it. But besides that, because nobody really watched it, and I wanted to focus more on my Road to the Show, so I'm thinking I want to do those. I pretty much want to upload every day, at least through late summer. I was pretty bad with uploading last year. I went like a week or 2 randomly without uploading. But hopefully that franchise will go well. I still am debating, do I want to play like 1 game in a series of the franchise, mostly simulate, try to play as many games as I can? I don't know yet. I just don't have enough time on top of other series, so that might be more simulating, maybe play 1 game a week, something like that. But that's my plans for MLB 17 The Show. If you like this video, I recommend you subscribe to the channel because we have tons of exciting stuff coming up in MLB 17, as I just explained. And that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys are all ready for MLB 17 The Show. Let me know what you're excited for in the game in the comments. But for now, we'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Affleck, 9916. Hope you have a good weekend. Peace.